Welcome back to another episode of Cactus Plays Asagao Academy.
Yes.
Had a hiccup there. My name is Bobby.
I'm Kevandre.
And, yeah, last time got weird.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Thanks for joining us for episode 2, you brave bastards.
Yeah, I don't know why you're here. You're not. This is going to have 0 views throughout the entire time. Yeah. Until I send it to First, and he's going to watch it. And he's going to tell all his Normal Boots friends, watch this bullshit. And then they're going to be like, why the fuck?
I don't think they're going to do that. I think First might just use it to say, hey, these guys also want DLC.
There was DLC.
Because we want to get, Slobby on First.
I do want to get Slobby on First. He is a very attractive man.
But who's on second?
Doctor Who's on second?
Could be. That would be great. Doctor Who just playing baseball. Yeah. Anyways.
Actually, it's just the Doctor, if you don't mind. That's right, I'm down from Australia now.
Sure. Okay. What the fuck ever.
So what happened last time, sir? This is your series.
Last time we rode the train, and we met up with Green Jacket Homeboy, and he was like, hey, I'm sexy. And then that happened.
He is sparkly.
And then we got to this room. We found our roommate. She identified us because we're a main character with pink hair. Totes obs. Mm-hmm. And her name is Mai, and she's super nice, and she talks a whole lot. And then we was like, hey, let's go grab some food, because Mimi fell on our face. Because that's how that happened. Mm-hmm. And then we're there, and then we run across Green Jacket Dude again. And he's like, hey, I'm still sexy. And then we get introduced to all the green people. They're better than the blue
what was his
people.
name?
Jerry?
Yes, okay.
Fuck!
What was his last name?
Cock Gobbler.
Yeah, that's it.
I've never remade the jokes. Fuck you, don't judge me for this shit.
You are a strange, sad little man.
And then Mai and her friend Mimi was all like, holy shit, do you know those great sexy guys in green? And we was like, no, not really. They're like, alright, fuck off with you then. And now we're back in the room.
Yes. Okay, so previously I said that this game was made by Unicornism, who is Peanut Butter Gamer's wife. She is one of 3. Three people.
3 wives?
Yeah.
Good for him.
No. So 3 people who made this were Kara Hillstock, Danielle Hargrave, who's Unicornism, and somebody named Nikki.
Hi,
so
Nikki.
I guess it's those 3 who are the thing.
I like Nikki already.
Yes. Anyway. Oh, Faith and Bagora. Anyway, so I'm narrating. And so my voice is going to get all sorts of fucked up. Which is going to be great because we talk so much in Oberdin too, so tomorrow my voice is just going to be fucked when we record that. Are we doing
tomorrow or on Wednesday? Because tomorrow we're going to watch Pet Sematary, right?
Right. When we're going to watch Pet Sematary and then come home and talk about it on the channel.
I figure we could do it the day after.
I mean, whatever.
Let it simmer.
I'm fine either way.
Alright, fine. Be a bitch.
I was not being a bitch.
A little bit.
Oh, little bit. Anyway, back at the dorm, I sorted through the pile of textbooks the school left for me. My radio was playing a poppy tune, equal parts music to static. Mai fervently scribbled in a notebook at her desk, hunched over with strikingly poor posture. Hey, that sounds like me.
Hey!
Hey,
listen.
Mai. Hey, listen.
Mm-hmm. She didn't bother to look up.
Am I supposed to have a textbook for History 309?
She shuffled through the papers on her desk before producing a thick textbook. A demure man in a powdered wig frowned at me from the cover. Yeah, this one. I sighed.
I don't have that one. The school must have missed it.
I shrugged and set the textbook back in her pile. They have a bunch at the library. You can just check one out.
Where's the library?
Mai riffled through her notebook and wrote something down. She tore the page out and handed me a crudely drawn map.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be back in a little bit.
Yeah, you just gotta go...
I'm gonna go get me some Strange and the stacks.
Yeah. Are stacks a real thing? I've heard, people talk about that.
Oh, dude, hold on. Hi.
Oh, you know what? I've been to, used bookstores, and I guess they do just have, random stacks of books just sitting there.
No, it's different. Hey,
it's different from that.
Photos.
Because when I was reading Name of the Wind, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about with the stacks, man? You gotta calm down. Robert Stack? No. He's been dead for years.
Motherfucker.
Robert Stack is dead, right?
I have no idea.
Hold the fuck on. Alexa, is Robert Stack dead?
Robert Stack died on May 14th, 2003 in Los Angeles,
that was a long time ago.
California.
No,
He was 84 years old.
Stacks.
Oh, yes, I see. That is a lot of the books.
Yeah, I have just photos of libraries because I think they're sexy.
And yet he hasn't gone to a single library around here.
That's true.
It took me at least 20 minutes to find the library. By the time I realized I was holding the map upside down, the sun was setting, so it's probably closed. The library is much larger than I expected. The walls...
What the fuck was
Oh, it
that?
was a skateboarding guy.
Oh, motherfucker.
Look, I call him the skateboarding guy, but on the way home, I saw a guy on a bike and I said, the bikeman? And then Bobby was talking about the truck guy. Or what was it? What did you say?
I don't know.
I don't remember. It was like the truck guy and the bikeman. And then
Yeah.
we laughed at each other because we're stupid as fuck.
We are very stupid. And then we went to Wendy's, and he said Flamey-O Hotman to the little girl at the window.
He did tell me to do that, though.
And I made sure to tell him that if he did that, I would mention it on the channel.
He also said he would laugh, and he didn't. He just judged me.
Yeah, because that's what I do.
Yeah, he's a piece of
I
shit.
laughed on the inside.
Oh, okay.
Hotman.
That's
My
fine.
fellow Hotman. Flamey-O.
The library was much larger than I expected.
You flaming
This is
bastard.
going to be the longest fucking series in the world if we just keep stopping to talk about stupid fucking anecdotes.
All the time.
The walls lined... Usually when we do anecdotes, the game continues on. It's like in a lull during the game. But this time we are actively stopping the game.
Yeah.
Look, I know that I'm the one who keeps doing that, so I'm just talking shit about myself here.
Intimidated, I headed for the front desk.
Nope. That's my thing. A recognizably green and gray jacket was bent behind the counter. Normal boots. I briefly considered running away. Hey. Can I help you?
Oh, nice.
Too late.
Yeah. The school forgot to give me one of my textbooks. I was told I could get it here.
Which one is it?
The History 309 textbook.
He stepped from behind the counter and motioned for me to follow. We dodged between the aisles in comfortable silence. He seemed friendly enough. I should say something. What was his name again? Shane? Gerard? John? No, not John.
John Athenberg. Satch. I love it.
Satch.
Because I'm the Satch man.
Huh?
Oh, you work here?
Of course he worked here. He chuckled, dimples appearing in his cheeks. Yeah, I'm the librarian's assistant. It's my second year and I love it. I get to help people find books that speak to them. He has a voice like Thomas Castillo, apparently.
Oh, yeah?
That's apparently the voice that I'm giving to Satch.
Sure. Okay.
Fair enough. His eyes twinkled like a kid's on Christmas. Your book's right down here. He stopped at a row of thick, dusty books. Was this all history? And pulled out the book with a powder-wigged man I saw earlier. Powder-wigged? I don't know that I like that.
Thanks. I can't do that girl laugh.
Wigged Ardium, Livios. He waved his hand and made me float away. It was nothing. Do you need help with anything else?
Your number and the picnic would be nice.
I wanted to make a good impression on the Normal Boots Club, but I couldn't come up with anything.
No. Thanks.
Copacetic.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Copacetic.
I'm not gonna lie, when he said copacetic like that, got a little wet.
Yeah, Bobby got real wet. He was just pouring a little bit of water on his crotch. As we headed back through the cavernous library, my unease melted away. We weren't talking, but just being near him felt like being wrapped in a soft blanket. Man, this bitch, like, she's crazy. Right? She's crazy.
Yeah. 100%.
Jesus.
It's fascinating.
I resisted the urge to snuggle up to him. We neared the front desk, stepping around a clump of starting... Why can't I find women like this? I don't hang out in enough libraries.
That's true. And you're not sexy.
That is true. I'm getting there. I have cheekbones now. As we passed, one of them shifted.
You didn't have any cheekbones before.
I installed them.
Eh?
What's taters? I...
Potatoes?
Something white flew past my face. Satch was like... A thick piece of triangular paper lay at my feet. I bent over and picked it up. It was surprisingly heavy. There was a quarter inside of it. Well, that's weird. If I was just a hair slower, it would have hit me in the face. The student snickered, and I recognized the boys that made fun of my hair this morning among them. My heart dropped. I scanned my memory for anything I might have done to offend them, but came up with nothing. My hand started to shake. I hid it behind my back, trying to think of some way to defend myself.
Girl, you are the one from public school. Knife the bastard.
She should be used to this.
Why did you do that?
Hey, what do you mean? We were just messing around.
Are you suggesting we did it on purpose?
I farted. There was nothing I could say. I was outnumbered. They would twist my words around.
You alright?
They would twist my... And my brain did not want to say words. Next. And no matter how straightforward I was...
No, sorry.
One of the boys held his hand out for the paper. I inched closer to give it to him, angry at myself for being so compliant. I wish I were. A gentle warmth closed over my hand and took the paper from me. Satch examined the paper closely. I see what the problem is. Your aim would be better if you cut the corners before you folded it. He placed the paper on the table. The boy looked at him in sheer awe. Be careful, though. You almost hit her and that would have been awful. My hands began to sweat as panic shifted through me, afraid of the response, but...
Jeez, we're sorry. We'll be careful next time. This is an after-school special.
Yeah, it was an accident. They apologized? Thanks, I appreciate it. He gave them a wide smile and continued off down the aisles. I followed closely behind, my legs weak. Don't tell me they stopped because of him. Simply because I was with him? I wanted to thank him, but my heart was pounding so hard I knew my voice would shake.
He was with him, now you gotta get with him.
Right. We reached the front counter and he scanned the history book. My lips trembled as I willed myself to say something, anything to thank him. He tilted his head to the side. What books do you like to read?
Oh, fiction?
That's a pretty broad category, you fucking broad.
These glasses are actually fake. I wear them because I'm a hipster. I don't read books. It's too mainstream.
Right, look how hipster Satch is, too. He has to hold his glasses up at all times because he has one of the new glasses that doesn't have the other side. He's just got this one, otherwise it would just... So he's got to be like, at all times.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He chuckled. I just finished a good book. I think it'd be right up your alley, if you don't mind me saying so.
You can be right up my alley.
He reached under the counter, pulled out a thick green book, and passed it to me. A man in black stood on the front, hugging a woman in royal robes. It's long, but it's one of my favorites. The Princess Betrothed.
Really, motherfucker?
I know things can be tough transferring to a new school. If you're ever worried, just read this. It'll transport you 100 miles away in a second. That's not really that far away, Satch. Tears stung my eyes, so I ducked my head.
Thank you, Satch. For more than just the books.
You're welcome. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I got your name.
I'm a transfer student.
Hana.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Hana. Let me know how you like the book.
I will. I do. I mean, I will.
Yeah. That couldn't have gone better. I mean, it probably could have.
It absolutely could have gone better.
Not only was the Satch man impossibly kind, but being around him felt easy, refreshing. F5.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Yeah, that too. Like being doused in the mist of a waterfall? Oh gosh, what was I thinking?
Wow!
That's a really good question, Hana. The fuck is wrong with you?
How wet does this chick get?
My cheeks hot. I left the library, two surprisingly
Why
heavy
can't
books.
I be Satch?
Why can't I be Satch? Call him up.
Yeah, be like, hey, can I be you? And he'll be like, no.
And he's like, no.
Fuck off.
He's like, that's fine.
That's my Hana. Hana.
Hana. I settled into bed, eager to get started with my new reading material, but Mai was sitting at her desk, carving a pencil idly into the pages of a notebook. Every few minutes she released a long, drawn out sigh as the lead of her pencil whined against the paper. See, because it's a pencil.
Ooh.
Put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain. And he wrote his first refrain, a testament to his pain.
My up your alley thing was way better. Fuck you.
Mai is going up her alley?
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. I lowered my book and took the bait.
Is something wrong, Mai?
I don't like her pajamas. Make her look like an old lady.
Yeah, they're pretty weird.
Look like Lucille Bluth. She let out another dreary sigh. I hope Jared notices me this year, Senpai.
Does Jared know you like him?
Mai whirled around in feigned shock. I don't like Jared!
Oh, you lying bitch.
I closed my book and set it aside, deciding to play along.
Well...
Have you at least tried talking to him?
No. I mean, I have before.
Why don't you try again?
No. She bobbed her head from side to side, considering this like it never crossed her mind before. What? You mean actually speaking? That's a strange concept.
Coming from the girl who never says a
I
damn
know,
thing.
right? She just fucking gets like way too horny. Look, okay, I'll be real with you. I've known many a girl like Hana. She don't say much. She's the horniest bitch you'll ever meet. Once you get to know her and she starts telling you about all the fan fiction she reads. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Oh, yeah?
I've met many a girl like this.
Where are they?
8th grade mostly when I was back then.
Yeah. What a surprise. A whole
I
bunch of people
assume-
coming through puberty are horny as fuck.
I assume that all of them are exactly the same now as they were then.
Yeah, okay.
I dated one of them. It didn't work out.
Probably not. Because you're not willing to make out with guys just for her amusement.
Let's not put it off the table. Yeah, maybe I could do that. Make out with guys just for her amusement.
Yeah, okay.
Satisfied, I picked my book back up.
You are very easily satisfied.
Have you ever had a boyfriend, Hana?
What?
Huh? Me? No. Never.
Really?
Really? Never?
Never.
But never?
I don't make out with random dudes with salty lips.
I
On
bet
English.
you 10,000 yen that you meet a totally cute boy here and fall in love by the end of the school year. It was interesting. Somebody donated 10,000 yen to Etika, but he didn't notice that it was yen. He's like, somebody just donated $10,000! It was pretty
I mean,
entertaining.
it's still like $100.
Still, I mean, it was very entertaining.
Yeah. You're crazy.
No, you're in love already with all of those guys.
Yeah.
I buried my face back in my book, barring Mai from any further discussion. Fall in love by the end of the year? Me? If I were a betting kind of girl, I'd take that bet. What? Oh, you just fall in love, not necessarily be with them.
And she was betting that she wouldn't fall in love. So she's just like, no, that ain't gonna happen.
Fall in love with a girl. Wow, wow. Fell in love with us almost completely. I awoke the next morning with what felt like a lizard in my throat. Well, this escalated very quickly.
Well, you know it wasn't Satch, because it would have felt more like a Komodo dragon.
Yeah, it's snake this big.
Oh,
That
okay.
was a fine soundtrack, Mai. Mai was already up, shuffling through her school bag with an enigmatic grin. I don't know why I read coffin there for a second. That was a weird thing. It's Doki Doki all over again.
Shuffling through her school bag with a coffin.
Just, poof. I can't fit this in, this bitch. The first day of school. Fuck me. Jesus Christ, you need to calm the fuck down, Mai. You're finally awake! Her voice sliced through the air like a knife, and I winced because she stabbed me. She was definitely a morning person. It's time for the first day of school, aren't you excited? I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
What do you mean? Is something special happening today?
Hold on,
Other
just
than
a
being
second.
the first day of school, and there's usually all sorts of presentations and welcoming committees and shit.
Yeah, you don't
I'm-
get any homework on the first day. It's
I'm
great.
totally oblivious despite being in my teen years.
Yeah, though maybe it's different for private school. I have no idea.
Well, yeah, she's in public. She was in public school.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that in private school, maybe they don't have to do all that shit. Hey.
All right, Danny DeVito. Let's read the rest of this non-creepily.
Something strange always happened on the first day of school. Especially to someone like you. Because I'm the trash man. She winked.
What?
Someone like me.
Someone like you.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Main
Wink,
characters.
wink, nudge, nudge. She smiled and started messing with a pile of papers on her desk. Shaking my head, I got out of bed and pulled my uniform out of my closet. My palms sweat as I held the gold vest and blue jacket.
Palm sweaty.
Yeah. Was it really possible for things to be different here than they were at home?
Knees weak, arms heavy.
What if the problem wasn't actually the school? I shook the thoughts out of my head and changed into my uniform. Oh,
What is it?
you look so cute.
Really?
Really?
Heat crept up my neck. Who's Heat? Someone I should know about?
Yeah, what's he doing on your neck?
Yes, completely. Your hair matches your uniform so well.
Right?
You look like a flower blooming straight out of the ground. Alright, Uncle Iroh, you need to calm down a bit.
Thank you. That was kind of creepy.
She's like crying. No, I don't want to see that. There we go. Water stung the back of my eyes and I turned to start packing my backpack. Why was I getting worked up about something as little as this? I must have gotten less sleep than I thought.
Up all night dreaming about the Satch Man.
Is something wrong? No, she's dreaming about the whole train, son. Drops of Jupiter in her hair.
No, nothing's wrong. I'm just happy.
I feel happy. No, we're not going to get into that.
No, not that one.
How dumb was that? I started crying at the first sign of someone being nice to me. I took a deep breath to steady my nerves. What an oddly menacing laugh! That's what it says!
Your fucking Danny DeVito ass laugh.
That's just her laugh now.
Yeah, okay.
Done! All the air left my lungs as she fucking punched me in the fucking chest. Like horse hooves. Why do you know what horse hooves slamming against your back
To be
feels
fair,
like?
I have been kicked by a horse.
Yeah, very near your ball sack.
No.
Or one might say your satch bag.
No, that's when it decided to put its foot down. Nice. When I was doing the
Sorry, Satch.
and putting the nail through, and then I almost lost a testicle. No. As in, one of the horses, the little halflinger that we were putting up, decided she didn't want to be in there, and just as I closed the gate, she kicked through the damn gate.
Rude.
Yeah, I had to go to the hospital. It was not pleasant.
Yeah. I don't think you would have lost a testicle. It would just be in your lung.
Well, no. Two separate events here.
No, I know. I know it's different.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
She kicks through the gate, and then you were shoehorning. You used a shoehorn on the horse.
No, you don't.
You glued it because that's what it's made out of. And you wanted it to go back home.
You're kind of fucked up.
Elmer's glue.
You gotta be alright there, buddy.
No! No, she's not alright. That's a good bark. You'll do just fine. Don't worry, this is gonna be awesome. I stiffly peered over my shoulder.
That was you?
She just fucking socked her.
What?
Huh? I stood behind me, her hand raised.
What
Somehow
was it?
she had the strength of a bodybuilder.
Nothing.
I was just about to zip my bag up when I spotted the book Satch gave me lying on my nightstand. The Princess Betrothed. He said that if I ever needed to be transported somewhere far away, I could take it with me. It was pretty good so far. Maybe it would be smart enough to... Maybe
it would be smart enough.
Maybe it would be smart to bring it along, just in case I had no one to talk to in between class periods. Would I need it for my first day of class? Probably not.
Yeah, not even a little. But we're gonna take it because I love what it's obviously ripping off. And I want to have it so that way if Satch shows up, I can be like, hey, I read this book, as you wish.
Yeah, we're gonna bang Thomas Castillo. Is that what's happening? Yeah. He's just Thomas Castillo now. I'm sorry. He has orange energy. It's great.
Sure. Okay. It's from Superpowered. Read the book.
Read the books. I put it in my already overfull bag, biting my lip. It never hurt to be prepared, right? You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Stick with me and you'll be fine.
Everybody, just follow me.
Mai opened the door and together we stepped into the hallway, merging into a steady flow of chittering girls and fruit-flavored perfume. I do love that fruit-flavored perfume that they get from Victoria's Secret. Oh my god!
Yeah. Dude, girl perfume is awesome.
That is the best. Not old lady perfume.
No, there's a very distinct difference.
Yes.
That being said, on a few occasions I've had to use girls' deodorant, and I feel like guys are missing out.
Oh no, man, I fucking love Wolfthorn.
Yeah, that's great, but I like smelling pretty all day,
Sure.
but not enough to go down the women's section and buy that stuff.
You made me buy fucking bright ass purple conditioner with the kangaroo on it. Look, we didn't even tell the story about the kangaroo on the channel.
Do you want to tell that story?
I don't know that I could
stop this game some more.
I don't think I could retell the whole story accurately enough.
Talk about how you interbred it with a water strider so that way you can walk across the ocean and then just drop grenades that are apparently nukes, and it's fucking fine.
But it blew up Utah.
And it blew up Utah.
And it was a robot.
And it was a robot.
Because the Australians were all mad scientists.
Right.
Because I saw a sign that said that the bin men will just randomly pick up like a hazardous waste off the street. And I went into this whole thing about Australians.
For like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was pretty great. We got from the freeway like halfway through the street home. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're me.
Oh yeah. Oh my. I did not know we lived on the same floor.
My.
My.
No way! Really? That's so awesome! Now we'll be able to catch up. Whatever happened between you and... The river of girls shifted as we headed down the stairs. Suddenly I found myself surrounded by a bunch of people I didn't know. Oh wow, what a jerk he turned out to be! Mai's exclamations faded into the buzz of voices in the air. Oh no. What would I do if we got separated? You gotta keep them separated, man. You gotta call up the offspring and they'll tell you.
Yeah.
Anxiously, I searched the crowd of girls for Mai, but I couldn't find her. Everyone was dressed in the same Asagao uniform. It was difficult to tell anyone apart, and being so short really didn't help in the situation. But this is in Japan, and she is a bright redhead.
It's pretty easy, I would imagine.
Yes. As we turned the last corner down the stairwell, I saw a flash of red hair, a little ways in front of me.
Mai?
I reached between two girls and tapped her on the shoulder. That's not the same red hair at all.
Yeah, just some girl just...
Yeah, it looks like a German.
Yeah. Oh! Who are you?
Who are you? The girl's eyes flashed, almost like a jolt of electricity shot through them.
I'm sorry. I thought you were someone else.
You bitch. She said nothing and turned away. Before I knew it, I stood outside of Primrose House, watching the flow of girls disperse across campus. Mai was nowhere to be seen. I couldn't even hear her chirpy voice.
Oh, man.
I took a deep breath, biting my lip. This wasn't a big deal. I could go to class alone. Yes, you can. You are almost an adult. But I didn't even know where the building was. Look, I got pretty bad anxiety too, but it's not like this bad.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I'm not like clinically bad anxiety, so never mind. I should
just turn a corner directions, wait till you're at your wettest point. That's where the Satchman is. Follow that.
Yeah.
He will help you.
He'll help you. He'll bring you to the library and book you a session.
Right. He knows some things right up your alley.
I winked at the screen, by the way. I didn't even turn to Bobby and wink at him. I winked at the screen, and I do that all the time.
Yeah.
I'm just listening to an audiobook at work, and I just wink at my work when I hear something like, what's spicy, you know? Something spicy, know what I mean?
Muy caliente?
Yeah. I reached into my backpack and dragged out my class schedule. Homeroom. 206 Poppy Hall? Which one was Poppy Hall again? Weren't the classrooms on the other side of campus? I picked a direction and began to walk, trying to ignore my rising panic at the thought of arriving late to the first day of class. This looks like one big building, though.
It's not.
As a third year, where no one knew me, all of the people staring...
Hey!
That sounds like JonTron.
Hey! You okay? You look a little lost.
Now, Bobby's seen a lot of JonTron videos, so he can do this one.
Have I?
Yes, you have.
Sure.
Bitch, I've watched them with you.
Because, baby, you're a fire.
And we have that in the car. Someone called out to me, and I turned around, almost jumping for joy, when I froze. A Normal Boots jacket. He was part of the Normal Boots Club. I could practically feel my tongue swelling in my... Oh, my. If this was a Normal Boots Club member, I had to make a good impression. He was one of the founders, right? Then he must be... JonTron!
Yes. I'm new. I don't know where Poppy Hall is. Ha! You a freshman? No problem. My class is in Poppy Hall. I'll walk you there.
Really?
That would be wonderful. Thank you.
Was this really happening? Look at his drawn-on fucking chest hair, like fucking Ed, and Eddie. Just
yeah. It's great.
He began walking towards a large brick building in an enthusiastic manner, pumping his arms up and down like he was in some kind of show tune. I fell into step beside him. I do fully believe that's just how JonTron walks around
Yeah,
in New York.
I can see it.
I didn't notice it when Mai pointed him out to me yesterday, but JonTron had big brown eyes and a warm-looking face. He was basically a human puppy.
How warm? Like sit on it warm? Or...
Yeah, sit on it warm.
Okay.
I glanced up at him out of the corner of my eye.
Eep!
A bird! A bird on his shoulder! Birds always made me uncomfortable. Something about the ease of which they could poke out someone's eyes.
Is something wrong? Why'd you stop? No, nothing's wrong.
He followed my gaze to the bird on his shoulder.
Hey,
Oh, this is Jux. Jux?
Jacques?
Yeah.
Jacques.
Jacques?
Yes, Jacques. That's
Yeah.
it.
This is Jacques.
No.
Isn't he cute?
Nice to meet you.
That's right, because he talks with a robot.
He is a robot, yes.
It spoke? Yeah.
Sorry, I gotta add JonTron noises. He put his hand on his shoulder. Jacques jumped into his palm.
Jacques is a robot bird. See?
Hello. Jacques' eyes gleamed a dangerous red when he spoke, but nothing else suggested he wasn't a normal bird. In fact, if I hadn't known better, I would have said it was the red in his eyes was painted on.
Really? That's amazing.
Jacques twitched his head from side to side, examining me in return. The more he looked at me, the less afraid I was. What are you looking at?
What?
Nothing. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, Jacques can be a little sassy.
Yes, he can. Jacques is back from war, guys. Who are you calling sassy? I'm not the sassy one. I don't forget to feed you.
Jacques, that was one time!
And you're a robot. I was alone and starving in the frozen tundra of this empty world. Loveless, afraid. Hey, he talks like I talk when I'm being dramatic.
Yeah, that's... Ignore him. I've been bringing him with me to the drama club and he's taken a little too well for it.
I should be in drama club. I see how this is. Shut me out like I have nothing to add to the conversation. Jacques retook his place on John's shoulder, this time facing away from us as if miffed. We resumed our walk towards Poppy Hall.
I'm JonTron, by the way. Call me John.
Then why didn't you just introduce yourself as John? Like, come on now.
Hana, nice to meet you.
Hana.
Hana? That's a cute name. What? Thank you. So, how long have you had Jacques? Jacques? Since middle school. We've been together for 4 years now. Ain't that right?
I'm not listening.
Yeah, well, he's an asshole. I love him to death. I don't know what I'd do without him.
It seemed like life would be a lot easier without him, but who was I to say? We arrived at the brick building. A white sign surrounded by poppies declared it to be, unsurprisingly, Poppy Hall. Let's go do some fucking heroin.
Which room are you in?
That's what you do with poppies, right?
Yeah, room 206. I'll have great heroin in that room. Seriously? Yes? That's my homeroom! We're in the same class!
John laughed and clasped me on the shoulder.
Wonderful! I guess I'll be seeing more of you then, right?
Yeah.
Right!
Did you do the hang loose thing at the microphone?
Yes.
Okay.
Look, fuck you.
Together we entered Poppy Hall. Sometimes I wish that we had a camera.
You winky little bastard
Look-
judging me.
Don't call me a winky little bastard. That makes me feel very uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah?
Sometimes I wish that we had a camera just for the stupid bullshit that we do that I don't even think we notice if we're playing, like, intensive games because we're not looking at each other.
That's probably very true.
We probably do a lot of stupid shit.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get a camera.
Because then we'd have to clean the house.
I mean, it's fine. Poppy Hall was lined with fluorescent lights and Asagao blue lockers. This lack of students milling around the hallway indicated we were a bit late. A wee bit late. We ran up the stairs and made it to the classroom just as the bell rang. My heart caught in my throat. Thankfully, the teacher hadn't come yet. Instead, students clumped into tight pods. And, this is a very strange sci-fi room. and milled around the classroom, catching up on vacation
John.
news.
Thank you so much for showing me to class. John.
John.
See you later.
No
you
problem. I'll see you around. He waved.
He waved and disappeared into the wriggling mass of students. I'm narrating.
Yeah,
Don't be a cunt.
I'm gonna.
I glanced around the room looking for an empty seat.
Hana!
Hana! Maya peeled herself out from behind a cuddling couple.
Between a cuddling couple.
Oh, well, impressive.
Yeah.
Was that Jontron? Were you just talking to Jontron?
Yeah.
Maya's eyes widened, and I couldn't help feeling a bit smug.
His bird's homicidal. It's great.
Yeah, it's pretty. He's pretty homicidal.
I realized I didn't know the way to class after you and I got separated. I.e., you dumped me, you traitorous bitch.
Yeah, you left for that chick that you were laughing at her falling on her fucking face.
Yeah. And he offered to walk me.
Maya emitted a highly
God.
pressurized squeal that I just heard.
Yeah, I
Jontron walked you to class? Oh my gosh, you have to tell me everything. She grabbed me by the wrist and pulled me to an empty desk in the back corner of the room, right next to the window.
I'll trade you the story for your bra.
I saved you a seat.
Look, I just want to seduce Maya.
I slid in and took off my back. I again winked at the screen.
Yeah, but at least you made a little clicking noise, so we know.
Yeah, you gotta know. Hooking it on the side of my desk, I was a wee bit worried about the books inside were too heavy for the bag to handle, but so far it held up well. Is the bag gonna tear because we brought that extra book, Princess Bride?
Better
Or
not.
The Princess Betrothed, is that what that was?
Yeah, Princess Betrothed.
Yeah.
It's clearly not the Princess Bride.
Yeah. Sorry we got separated, by the way. It can get a little chaotic sometimes, or some might say, chaotic. So tell me, what happened? What
Really?
did he say? What did he smell like? Does he have peach fuzz? Is he rough? That's a strange thing to ask,
But
Mike.
you can look at him and
Yeah,
see if
he's
he
got
has...
like a full neck beard, dude. That's like his whole thing.
Wait, what?
These are very important questions I'm asking. You need to answer them. Was his hair super silky, or did it have the roughness of a dog's coat? Okay, Mai. You need to stop. Before I could answer, the door to the front of the room slid open, and a tall woman strolled in. The class went quiet and obediently slid into their seats. My heart beat furiously, blood rushing through my ears.
Class?
Oh my!
Wow. Good morning, class.
The teacher's melodious voice swam through the room, calming the buzzing high of students back from break.
Yes.
My shoulders relaxed and my fear ebbed away.
I am your teacher, Shizuka Wakahisa. I'm not going to pronounce that right.
Wakahisa?
Yeah. You may call me Miss Shizuka.
Wakahisa.
Waka waka.
The emphasis she placed on the word led me to believe calling her Mrs. wasn't a mistake she would take lightly.
Some of you might have noticed that we have a new student this semester.
A hail of murmurs passed through the class. Some people glanced at me. Nope! There was the fear again.
Would you like to come up and introduce yourself?
Nope! I nodded, stood, and slowly walked to the front of the room, counting my steps to make sure I wouldn't fall. Okay. I faced the class, took a deep breath to introduce myself, and noticed a familiar face in the crowd.
It was Jacques.
There was John, sitting with two other boys wearing normal boots club jackets. One of the boys, the tallest one, was staring at me, the barest of frowns on his face. Something about him seemed really familiar. Wait, he was PBG, wasn't he? The other founder of the Normal Boots Club? We can just call him Austin. We don't need to call him PBG the whole time. Suddenly all the strength left my knees. What should I do? Why was he frowning? Was it possible that I'd already made a bad impression on him? You had to be kidding me. If he didn't like me, what did that mean about everyone else? Wouldn't they follow his lead? I swallowed. The faces of
Good
the
girl.
class began to congeal, forming one giant blob.
Okay, no, listen. You moved from... You moved from Emarurisu, right?
Emarurisu?
Yeah.
Emarurisu?
Yeah.
Like, every time you say it, you gotta, scratch the record.
I'm going.
Yeah.
From now on.
I nodded and swallowed again.
I'm never doing that,
Good
by
girl.
the way.
Then, like a beacon of light, I noticed Mai smiling and giving me the thumbs up. That's right.
Just pop your old thumb in there.
Yeah, jam my thumb in a bottle! What would Mai do in this situation?
Oh, we're never going to get through this.
No, we are not. It's
My
going to take
name
forever.
is Hana Mizuno. I transferred from Amaririsu Public High School.
See, you gotta roll the first R. Amoririsu. Amoririsu.
No, it's not a rolling. It's pronouncing it in the Japanese way where it sounds more like an L.
Amalirisu?
Not quite.
Amoririsu.
Not quite.
Amoririsu.
It's okay. You're cute and I forgive you.
I'm
not going to pronounce it right.
You gotta
either,
roll
so
the first R.
I'm not going to pronounce it right either, so fuck
Really
it.
excited to be here.
And I can't roll my R's, you know
Take
that.
care of me from now on.
You gotta practice.
Look, I do other things with my tongue that are just fine
Yeah,
without
but
having
it's
to roll
never
my
gonna
R's.
be nearly as good as if you were to roll your R.
Uh-huh.
There. Yeah. That's why women like pirates. I bowed my head to the class, and they clapped politely. When I looked up, PBG wasn't frowning, but he still seemed oddly confused. Maybe he always looked like that. A little confused, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's fair. Thank you. You may be seated.
I don't even know if the mic is picking up your fucking voice for that teacher.
Probably not.
Jesus.
Shut your whore mouth.
I returned to my seat, heaving a small sigh. The hardest part of the day was over. What? Is that the hardest part? Shizuka began to talk about standard procedure for the semester, the rules for classes when homework was due, and that sort of thing. It was all very similar to my old school, and I spaced out in spite of myself. A brief flicker of movement caught my eye. PBG again. I glanced at him, and his head snapped back to the blackboard. What was his problem? Class continued on like that until finally the bell rang and it was time for lunch. Mai stretched her arms over her head and yawned. Man, I hate the first day of class. It's always so boring.
Weren't you looking forward to it this morning? Something about exciting things happening?
Well, yeah, but I already did. You met Jontron, didn't you? Now I've got nothing left to look forward to. She sighed. And I was hoping to see Jared before class, too. She slouched and fell across the front of my desk. It seemed like this would be happening a lot. Is Jared really... Oh, I'm sorry, that's you.
Is Jared really that hot?
David just walks in the front
Hi,
door,
David.
and he's like, what?
We're playing a dating sim.
Yeah, we're the girl. And we're gonna fuck a bunch of YouTubers.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Join us, David.
Join
Okay.
us. Poor David.
Mai's head snapped back, her eyes flashing. What did you say?
Yeah.
If you stare directly at him for too long, your nose will melt off. I've seen it happen.
What?
That's a great question, Hana.
Yeah, no, you have not.
Anyways, let's head to lunch. I'm super hungry.
You psycho bitch.
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe a little bit. I looked at my backpack. It held up well throughout class, but I was worried that if I didn't take some of the stuff out of it now, I might do some permanent damage to it. Especially with Satch's book in there. I couldn't exactly afford a new backpack.
I need to put something in my locker first.
That was the best whiny voice. But if we don't go now, they'll run out of sesame seed buns.
Oh, nobody cares.
That's okay, I'll just go on ahead. Come find me, okay?
Alright. Seriously, sesame seeds don't do anything for me on a bun.
But they are delicious. They make all the difference in the world. There's gotta be some sesame seed glue out there! Either that or adhesive on one side. I was so lucky to have someone like her as my roommate. Quick as I could, I went to my locker and shoved the book inside. As good a book as it was, I was infinitely happier that I had Maya around, so I didn't have to read it. Wow, fuck you. Without her, who knew what I would do with myself? Especially with PBG staring at me like that. Maybe I could ask her what was up with him and when I met her at the catheter? It might just be the way that you... I made myself laugh again.
Nice.
Cheered. I headed to the catheter.
We wanna... Well, we're at like 40 minutes.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Barely made any progress.
What the fuck is melon bread?
It's melon bread. Haven't you had like banana nut bread and lemon
Banana nut? Sure, that's a
bread?
thing.
Melon bread.
Melon bread is not an actual thing.
Yes, it is. And it's delicious.
I'm gonna need you to make it, because I've never even heard of it.
Okay.
I must have heard of it, because I've watched this game you played before.
Yeah.
But I've never heard of it.
Okay. Bread ain't that hard to make, my dude.
Yeah, you gotta...
Yeah, we'll do it.
Alright. I guess that's gonna be it for this episode. I'm an Italian.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
No, I'm not. Anyway, how about you do a shout out?
Okay, so following in with the theme, my shout out this time is going towards David Harbour. You may know him as the sheriff from Stranger Things.
What's his name on that?
Hooper?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hopper.
Hopper, there we go.
Yeah.
I think he did a really, really great role in that. I'm really looking forward to Season 3 on 4th of July.
Yes.
So I'll be binging that rather than doing any sort of normal celebrating.
Yeah, fuck 4th of July, dude.
Right. It scares my money. I have to stay inside anyways. But he's also playing the new Hellboy in a movie that comes out the weekend after we're recording this. So it's already out by the time you've seen this.
Yeah.
If you're ever watching it. It looks really interesting. I'm really excited for it. But also, he's ruggedly good looking. And yes. 9.8 out of 10. Not quite as good as Timothy Elephant.
Strange.
Especially when he has like that kind of ruggedy look that he had in Season 2 of Stranger Things.
Sure.
Yes.
I'm not saying he's bad looking, but that's kind of a strange choice. Because he looks like me, and you're like, oh, I actually love Kevandre, but I want to fuck David Harbour.
He does not look like you.
If I had no hair...
What part of him looks like you?
He's a big boy, and he's got, like, my shitty beard. And...
So all the parts of him that are non-permanent might look like you a little bit. Because you're really stretching for this.
Exactly. I'm really stretching.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you just get a little goatsy movement there, since we don't have a camera.
When he says that I did a goatsy movement, let's be clear here.
I think it was clear enough. What's your shout out?
Anyway, continuing with my previous shout out, I'm going to do a shout out to ProJared. We've seen him already. He's like a model in this game for some reason. But he's a cool cat. I've done a shout out to him before. I don't remember when. But he's a cool guy. He talks about all sorts of stuff. He's a big fan of Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, good guy.
Yeah, and lots of just Final Fantasy stuff.
Is he the one that rated the Final Fantasy wrongs that one time?
Maybe. I think so.
That motherfucker.
Maybe. I don't remember. No! Yes. When was that one time? Because I tend to send you anything Final Fantasy related.
I'm going to find that video. And if it's him...
It might be him.
I'm going to punch him in the dick.
Okay. Let's punch him in the dick.
Yeah, in this game, obviously.
Yeah.
Not in real life. In real life, I'd probably hug him.
We'll probably not bang ProJared. Because, that would be a betrayal to our good friend Mike.
Right now, there are two people that I want to bang. One of them's fairly obvious. Because my.
Yeah.
And the other one is,
my wife.
Obviously, the Satch Man.
Obviously, he's the Satch Man. We got to meet everybody, though, first, before we make a choice.
But that smooth voice.
That fine betrothed. Thomas Castillo.
Yeah, the princess betrothed. And all that. And those dimples.
It is a fine dimple. And he is Ganondorf. So, It works out.
Right now, in terms of people that I think we can seduce, because I have to look up Might to be short, he's top of the list.
Okay. I kind of want to bang Shane.
Jacques is number 2.
You can do it. You can. Jacques is an option in this game. Anyway.
Apparently, you said it gets really trippy.
It gets really trippy. I haven't watched it, but when I was listening to Gerard and Alex play this game, they were kind of talking about it. I'm like, whoa. Gerard made them add a completion bonus, so that if you go through the game and romance everybody, you get like an extra scene, because he's the completionist, and that's just the sort of thing that he can do.
Right.
So, good for him.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that. I'm not going to go through all of these. That is a bad idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so shout outs to ProJared. He's really good. He's on a lot of the Seasons of Madness, which I talked about before. And he's pretty good on there. I also like his regular channel too, so go check him out.
Yeah.
But alright guys, I need to rest my fucking throat after all this talking, so that's it for us recording today.
Thank you so much, guys. Hopefully you picked up my sexy teacher voice.
Yes, I hope so.
So, probably not. That's going to suck for you to edit.
It'll be fine. There's not a whole lot of music in this game anyway.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Alright guys, we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.